the water pump went out of my swamp cooler. But instead of taking it apart and trying to clean it today to see if I can get it back up, I've been fucking with the garden instead. And I'm a little bit pissed off because my friend gave me a bunch of barley seeds and I threw them up in the house and I forgot about them. I grew some of them. And anyway, so like the other day, I had planted a bunch of pot. And then I started getting, they sprouted. And I'm looking at the pot, the pot that the pot is in. And how am I gonna fucking deal with these when they get bigger? You know what I mean? They're gonna have to be transplanted. And then I thought back, like, hey, Chopper gave you Dixie cups for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you get them started in some potting soil and little Dixie cups, and they're much easier retransplanted. Anyway, so I get my Dixie cups out and I get my soil out and fucking I put one little seed in each Dixie cup. You know, instead of just throwing the seeds in the thing like I did the first time. And they started to sprout and I got super fucking excited, except for like they didn't look like pot. But I thought maybe because I was using Chopper seeds that like it was I don't know, the pot looked different anyway. So like now I got a bunch of grass and some Dixie cups. So I'm gonna fix that maybe today. And I don't know, like my swamp cooler's a little bit drippy and I should probably have that looked at, but I'm just gonna embrace the drip, and the runoff from the evap cooler is gonna end up watering the garden, and in turn it keeps the area in front of my house a little bit damp because the garden is moist. So then I get the evap cooling on the outside and the inside, and the air is cooler before it even pulls it in because there's so much water. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna goof off today instead of work. I really just, my other concern with the swamp cooler, and somebody asked if I showed it before, and I have, and I will in a second, but I don't know, because it's so jankily put in the window, what is supportive and what's like the cover. So Hitchhiker's Guide to Slab City, right? If you're using swamp water for your swamp cooler, you're probably gonna have to clean the pump out, and you might burn the pump up. So always use pure filtered water and don't put nothing nasty in there, right? Do as I say, not as I do. And also, fucking Andrew, clean your goddamn solar panels. You would not believe how much loss you take when the solar panel is just a little bit fucking dirty. I'm talking about just like a little, like 5% of the top left corner kind of shit. You're gonna fucking, you don't need to squeegee it. I mean, you can, but for sure wash them off. Make sure there's not dirt on them. That is my swamp cooler mounted inside of the window that we removed. It is a Master Cool 110, so it means you plug it in a socket, an outlet or whatever to run it. I only have so much juice because I got a shitty battery that's on its last cycle, man. The deep cycles only last for so long, and this one's old and it's starting to bow. But anyway, so to utilize its cooling power without using any kind of energy off of my battery bank, I have a 12-volt fan, radiator fan hooked up on the inside of it, right on top of the other fan. So I can run it without actually plugging it in, because I have extra solar panels that I can't put on my charge controller yet because I don't have a charge controller big enough to take in all of the amps of amps or volts. I can't remember which one I go over on, but I need a bigger charge controller. But anyway, so even though it's not operational at this time, I have rigged up a way to keep it running. Before, though, I would turn it on for like 15-30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on what time of day it was, and so that way the pump could wet the cool pads and the fan, cool pads, and the fan could run for a little bit on its own, and then I kill the power, and I've still got a solar panel directly on it, utilizing it even though it's off. Anyway, so I got to take the bottom cover off of it, and I'm not looking forward to that. It's probably going to be thick all the way up to the top with slime if it doesn't drop out the window. So stand by. I don't know. I might just fuck with the garden today. I need a man. I'm just kidding. I got this. At least I procrastinate in a productive way. Because even if I'm putting off working on the swamp cooler because I just don't want to, I'm still doing stuff. It's not like I'm just laying about. I'm busting my ass right now in the heat in the garden. And it would really be cool if I could retreat to the fucking swamp cooler. So I need to get on that shit, dude. But I was hungry, so I went out to the chicken coop and I looked. And this bitch is sitting on so many eggs now. I'm up to like almost 30 eggs. But the eggs are not all under her ass anymore. So I stole a couple of them, and I've been marking them all, so I know which ones are old and which ones aren't. Well, apparently this bitch wiped the marker off one of them or something, because I cracked it in the pan and there was a baby chicken in there, I swear to God. Not, it was like the size of a like a quarter or a $50. It wasn't formed yet, but that was definitely going to be one of my baby chickens. So no more eggs, no matter what. Even if they flow out of the tire, I don't care at this point. I'm not taking any more eggs out the chicken coop.